Hey guys, it's Kyra. Here to do a general reading. I was gonna do something like, oh, let's see who's on your mind, but no, I just kind of want to see what the fuck comes out. So, as usual, starting with the Rebel Oracle deck. Detox. Drink a smoothie, unfriend that asshole, and throw some shit out. I feel like it's a lot of this going around. Maybe a lot of people going through breakups. I don't know, but yeah, maybe you need to, I don't know, maybe you're dieting or thinking about dieting, but also, you know, it's obviously saying detoxing from a person. And, you know, you don't detox things that are good. So clearly, someone here is in this mode of basically you're getting rid of everything that doesn't serve you. Anything that feels slightly off, you get a weird vibe, fuck you. You look at me wrong, fuck you. I think your energy is off, fuck you. I had a weird dream about you the other night, fuck you. That's what I'm feeling this energy is somebody detoxing from toxic shit, basically. And the next card, get the fuck out of your head, get in your heart, it misses you. So maybe someone has been intellectualizing a lot. So glad I can use that word casually in conversation now. Intellectualizing, i.e. the process of removing yourself from your emotions and basically turning everything into intellectual thought. So instead of, like I always say, instead of saying, that really hurt my feelings, it's like, you fucked up. Fuck you. You shouldn't fucking die. You know, it's like, I mean, but who the fuck wants to feel that, though? So maybe this is also saying, you know, detox from certain thought patterns. Oh, God. Okay. Detox from certain thought patterns that you're having. So maybe, you know, you've been riding that. And I don't know why, right when I said that, I looked at the unicorn. So maybe you've been kind of like riding a high horse the last couple days, couple weeks, what the fuck ever. And now it's time to stop intellectualizing it so much and really get in tune with what you feel. Because sometimes what you feel is not always what your brain is telling you you should. Because obviously maybe your brain is saying, fuck you, fuck this, fuck that. But your heart is saying, I really care for that. And I want that. Why did you hurt me? Anyway, next card. You're the best thing to ever happen to you. Go easy on your ass. Buy your own damn drink. Right, so allow yourself to feel. Basically pamper yourself, take care of yourself the way that you know, kind of wish other people would. Or maybe you've been doing that. Maybe you never really had an expectation for, the card just flipped upside down. Maybe you never, had an expectation for people to really do anything nice for you. And maybe it's because, you know, you never really did anything nice for yourself. Hold on, I know the card flipped upside down, but now, there it is. Right, this is what I'm saying. Four of Swords. It's time to chill the fuck out, is what I'm getting. Like, it's time to calm down, relax, you know, get out of your head. And maybe something that's like you're in your head so much. Like, this is how I guess you can know if, you know, maybe thinking highly of yourself, being confident with yourself is one thing, but how you know that you need to detox from certain train of thought is that when your thoughts that you're having start to show physical evidence. I had a better way to say that and I forgot it, so that's why that sounded like shit. But basically it's like you'll start getting so mad that your heart will start racing. Or you'll start getting so mad that your hands will start shaking. Or you'll start getting so sad that you start hyperventilating, you know? So it's like, that's how you know maybe those are the thoughts that aren't really serving you anymore. So it's time to take a break from that. I do want to go a little slower on this and get in depth. So let's look at exactly what it says in the book. Yeah. Time for some hard-earned rest and relaxation. You're coming out of a difficult period in your life, and it's time to take a break and allow yourself, right, to process recent events. See, this is why I want to read the book this time. Had an inkling. But yeah, so just basically, I'm so sorry, I'm like belching and shit. But yeah, basically just giving yourself the time to, like I said, process everything that's happening. And I feel like, yeah, it's kind of sad. It's like maybe what has happened recently is so painful that when you start to think like you haven't allowed yourself the time to really fully process it because it's so painful. So instead, you don't, it's like a defense mechanism. You don't really realize when you get out of your heart and you're all the way in your head, where then it's just like, well, fuck them. They did that. Well, you fucked up and blah, blah, blah. If someone's not allowing themselves to really go through what happened piece by piece, step by step, and 22, piece by piece, step by step, and it's like really looking at the details without shying away from it and accepting it. So anyway, Knight of Bones. And other decks, Knight of Bones is the Knight of Wands, which usually they call that the fuckboy card, the player card. But I don't know, in this deck I like to, because she's a really sweet character. So this is really someone who is, they're vibrant and outgoing and they're unique in a way that, a lot of people may see it as a disadvantage. They may see this as a weakness, whereas it's actually this person's strength. It's like 21. Maybe it's something about you that like maybe something about you that a lot of other people see as weakness and they think it hinders you, and maybe it's something they try to get you to come out of or try to get you to do less. Like maybe someone here is very emotional. They take things to heart. They're very sensitive, and maybe a lot of people have told them being sensitive and being that emotional is bad, this, that, and the other, when it's like, it's actually your strength. That's where your intuition comes from, is how you feel about certain things. That's how you know to listen to yourself when you feel a certain way. That's how you can tell when you're uncomfortable. Like, not everybody works like that, obviously. But for certain people where you're, if you grew up with maybe like a more traumatic background, your needs and boundaries were constantly disrespected. So now it's like you have to listen to your body a different way, because mentally your mind doesn't, I don't know, mentally it's like you don't set the boundaries where they need to be. But if you feel it, you're better able to set clear boundaries. I hope that fucking makes sense. But I do want to read this one out of the book as well. Yeah. Capable, fierce, loyal friend. Put actions behind your visions and goals. Set your sights on a goal and pursue it with a potent mix of determination and kindness. Right, so it's like somebody here, maybe you saw who you wanted. You saw something you wanted. You set that as your goal and you did it. And then it's still, the Knight of Wands energy in the background, so maybe this person did turn out to kind of be a fucking whore. I do mean all of the events with that. But, it's like, don't, like, yeah, like it says, you're the best thing to ever happen to you, so go easy on yourself. So it's like, you were a good fucking person. And as much as it doesn't feel like that's enough to take away, as much as it doesn't feel like that's enough to, okay, well, sure, I was a good person, but I I deserve blah, blah, yes, you deserve fucking everything. So give it to yourself. Stop expecting other people to see your worth when they show you repeatedly that they don't see it. Stop trying to convince people of something they're incapable of seeing. And so, yeah, it's like you were a loyal person. You were a loyal friend. You were a loyal spouse. You were a loyal companion. You trusted this person. They trusted you. You were like a safe haven for them to be able to open up and view some of their vulnerabilities in a different way, So maybe, you not shying away from the things that people saw weaknesses in you helped this person to also see certain things in themselves as not big weak. So I don't know, I'm seeing that you're a good person. But yeah, you've been through something that you kind of just need to detach from that person, that situation, that job, and really just allow yourself a moment to yourself. Yeah, 10 of Pentacles, wealth and abundance. This is like not just a reminder to look like how people say gratitude exercises, which I know it sounds so stupid, like, okay, just say 3 things you're grateful for, but it's like, it really does help you turn your mind around. Like, even if you say something fucking stupid, like, okay, well, I'm grateful I have 2 fucking legs to walk on. It might sound stupid, but it's like, okay, 17, you can think about it. Some people do not have 2 legs to walk on. Some people have to get around in crutches, wheelchairs, canes. Their back's always hurting, arthritis, so it's like, even little shit like that, just realize you are completely abundant. That's why you're this good person. And it's not like you need to be rewarded for that, by the universe, but it's like, okay, you put out good, you get good back. Maybe not in the way that you expected, but the good that you put out is coming back. Oh, wow. That just blew my mind. Okay. Because it's like, how you put energy and effort into something and it doesn't work out. So you sit here and you think all your time and all your energy and all your efforts were wasted, but that's not true at all. Because in reality, it's like, okay, maybe that person was not receiving, everything that you were trying to give, or maybe they were taking, but they sure as hell are not keeping it. All of that you sent out is coming back to you. It's what it looks like, with the 10 of Pentacles, and then the underlying vibe in this card, on this deck specifically, is that is something that maybe you didn't think it'd be attainable. You didn't think you'd be able to reach that. Maybe someone's finally getting their own home. Maybe someone's finally getting a job that suits them. Maybe someone's finally being able to launch a business. It's something about this that is like, you're sitting in it right now. So get the fuck out of your head and look at where you are. Like, okay, yes, all this stuff happened, blah, 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 blah. I'm so sad. Let me go cry in my fucking house that I have, and this job that I have, and this car that I'm driving. It's like, really turn your mind around. And it's like, okay, maybe not getting all the way in your heart in terms of remembering all the details of what the fuck happened, because obviously that's what the fuck sent you, intellectualizing in the first place, defense mechanism. But instead, getting in your heart in more of an appreciative sense. Find things that make you happy. Find things that remind you of how grateful, how much you have to be grateful for. I don't know why I'm so like fucking tongue twisted. But yeah, split the deck, 7 of Swords. Pulling that bitch out. But yeah, it could have been, like I said, some situation where it's really affected your ability to trust, and it's also like changed. It's deeply changed your mindset about life, about love, about people, about your dreams, about what you thought you wanted, what you didn't want, what you don't want. But it, it came at a cost. Right at the top. 9 of Swords. It cost you your peace. I just told you guys I didn't want to pull out this fucking card. And look which card was the one that fucking flew out. 7 of Swords! Yeah, so whatever the fuck this situation was, like it deeply affected you. Like it affected, like I said, it affected your peace of mind. It affected the way you view love. It affected the way you view people. It affected your spirituality, you know, it affected what you believe in, who you believe in. All because this person really was not who they kept trying to convince you they were. You know, so it's like instead of looking at it as just like, oh my God, they just wasted my fucking time, blah, 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 fuck them. It's like, you know what? I was the best fucking person to you and you fumbled that shit. Clearly, you have some mental handicaps there, my brother. Then let's pull from Vanessa Tarot. I already told Knight of Wands, yeah. Knight of Wands and the Wands. Well, Knight of Wands, but 6 Wands. Yeah, so this is, you're gonna have some, I don't know, I'm getting to, it's like, okay, yes, you're already winning. Right, so yeah, instead of looking at this like, oh my God, look at all this time I wasted, look at how much I could have been putting into myself, blah, blah, you were already winning. That's why the fuck this person was so mad. They're nowhere near as special as you are. I don't mean to say it like that. I don't like, you know, some people aren't special, but I mean, you're in this fucking energy, you're trash. Just to put it frank, fuck you. But yeah, Knight of Wands, once again, fuckboy, player card energy. So somebody was a fuckboy or fuckgirl. Somebody was a hoe. Somebody was a whore. Not saying that people, right, okay, when I say whore and hoe and all this, I don't mean people who have frequent sexual encounters. Not at all. That's sexual liberation. I mean whore and hoes and skanks and sluts and fuckboys, as in 1133, people who lead people on while being a whore on the side in secret, behind somebody's back. Betrayal. These are people that are whores to me. The ones who are mentally fucking handicapped. So they're doing this to a Page of Wands? How dare they? Like, you're literally like the sweetest fucking person on the planet. Like, that's Eileen Leahy in Supernatural. She's literally, she came on way late in the seasons. Like, I don't think she came on until like season 13 or something. And I just saw 11-1. Or I guess if I'm looking at it upside down, 111. But she came on way later in the seasons, and she instantly became one of my favorite fucking characters. Because she was so, like, she was so proudly authentic of herself. Like, everything that people would have thought, like, oh, well, I'm like, okay. It's like, imagine people are like, oh, this person, she should be so embarrassed of that, or she should be so ashamed that she does this, that, and the other, or she should be, you know, and it's like, right, like people may have talked about your spirituality. She has candles in the background, which I don't know why that made me think of witchcraft and stuff. So maybe people talk about your spirituality, this, that, and the other, but it's like, you are so confidently and boldly yourself that it's admirable. Like, it's beautiful. Like, she was literally the sweetest person, yet she also knew how to stand up for herself. She knew how to put her fucking foot down. She also knew how to fight motherfuckers. And the girl was deaf. So, I mean, you fighting people and you can't even hear them come, like she was a badass. So then, you know, Knight of Wands coming out again. You are an amazing person. I don't think you give yourself enough credit. You're already fucking winning. You don't have to wait for victories to come. You're already winning. And then it's just going to get better and better and better and better. Magician. It's just going to get better and better and better and better. I might split the deck. 7 of Swords going to show up again. I guess I'll pull a few more cards and wrap this up. No sexual tarot today. Yeah. Somebody that you really had to like defend yourself against all kinds of stuff. You know, and one way I heard someone read this card was, it was like, you don't know if, you know, these are actually people on the other end of these rods pointing them at her, or if there's nothing there and she's just perceiving it as a threat. You know, so whether real or imagined, you were fighting some fucking demons. You know, whether they were just in your head, or maybe they were in everybody else's head, or you were just feeling the energy, or people literally just trying to attack you. And this to me actually just seems like almost like sneak dissing. Yeah, because it's like you can't see the people. It's like they're hiding in the background. They're not showing their faces. So it's like they're people talking about you in the background, and maybe, you know, like I talk about in my videos, people who have like certain gifts that maybe people have never heard of before, but someone maybe can like feel other people's thoughts, but it comes to them as if it's their own feeling. So if like someone is jealous of someone else, they're like, oh, I can't believe she blah, 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 blah. She should be so ashamed of herself. All of a sudden, you will feel, oh my God, I can't believe I just posted that. What if people think I'm weird for posting that? Oh my God, I want to delete. Those, most of the time, are not your fucking feelings or your thoughts at all. I feel like everybody can fucking do that. 747. But anyway, yeah, I feel like you were receiving a lot of negative energy, whether it was in your face or behind your back. And you did not succumb to it. You know, people probably thought you were, you know, since you were so nice and sweet and kind and loving and lovable, that you didn't know how to fucking throw hands. Well, they fucked around and they found out. It's all I'm about to say. Yeah, 8 of Swords. You were trapped in a situation that you thought you had no way of getting out, but really you had a way out the whole time. You just didn't see it. Or, in most cases, you didn't want to see it. She could easily open her eyes, but her eyes are closed. You know, in other decks, it just shows, you know, swords in the ground, but they're like super far spaced apart, and the knots on the hands are like super loose, so she could get out easily. But yeah, it's like these people, they thought that she would just lie down and take it, and it's like, no, nope, 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 nope. Oh shoot. Yeah, but somebody's finally defending themselves. Yeah. Getting that bread. After, yeah, maybe a long time of being in confusion. But somebody finally found their strength. What is it? Right, getting justice. Queen of Pentacles. Okay, here we go. The King and Queen. So this could be, you know, maybe you're meeting somebody new, but I'm seeing no love cards out here, so I do not think that's what this is saying. I think you are in your divine feminine and masculine energy. I think you have figured out a way to balance them both. 555. After some fuckery and trickery. Right, it's like instead of seeing that as like, look at all this time I wasted, look at this and the other, that shit was a gift. Like this person doing this, that, and the other, you know, it's like it could be stuff like you would ask them direct, like you would get these crazy feelings, or you would have these crazy fucking very vivid dreams. You would ask this person, they would lie and lie and lie, and now all of a sudden you found everything out. Everything that you had asked them about was fucking true. And they lied to your face. So instead of seeing this as, oh my God, the ultimate betrayal, because there is no 3 of Swords out here at all. I think you're over the fucking heartbreak. But now it's like looking at that, them stabbing you in the back, looking at them trying to shame you. Like this literally, it says to put to shame, winning at all costs. Somebody wanted to drag you through the mud. And instead of looking at that like, oh my God, I'm so sad and worthless, and how come they didn't do this and the other for me? Look at it as a gift. How much better has your intuition gotten because of that? How much better are you able to listen to yourself and your body and your needs? How much better are you able to set your own fucking boundaries and defend yourself? Because it's like if you couldn't defend yourself, who the fuck could? You know, not saying that nobody would, but it's like if you don't even know your own boundaries, or if you won't express what they are, how is anybody else supposed to know what they are? Even if you're saying it, it's like at what point are you going to put your fucking foot down? You know? So somebody fucked around, and now they've gotten a chance to find out.